As I watched his lips graze hers, a cold weight settled in my gut, like I'd swallowed a jagged rock. This wasn't a fleeting, friendly kiss, nor the kind of playful peck you'd share in jest with a coworker. It was tender, deliberate, far too personal. And it unfolded right there, in the midst of her company's annual dinner, as if the crowded room had vanished around them. My hand tightened around my water glass, the icy condensation seeping into my skin, dripping down my wrist. My wife Anna leaned toward him afterward, her laughter soft and private, sparked by some whispered secret. Her fingers brushed his arm, gentle, intentional, familiar. I didn't know this man, but in that moment, my entire world shifted off its axis. Anna had been adamant about me attending her company's yearly gala that Friday evening. "You'll finally meet the people I work with," she'd said, adjusting her pearl earrings with a quick glance in the mirror. "It'll be nice to connect names to faces." Her voice was light, but a fleeting shadow crossed her eyes when I pressed. "Anyone special you want me to meet?" She paused, then flashed a smile that felt too bright, too forced. "No, just my team, the partners, you know." I let it slide, ignoring the unease that tugged at me. For months, I'd noticed her late nights at the office, the way she'd mute her phone when I entered the room, the vague responses when I asked about her day. I'd brushed it off, telling myself it was her ambition, her dedication. That night, she looked radiant in a sleek black dress that clung to her curves, her perfume trailing behind her like a whispered promise. As we entered the hotel ballroom, her grip on my hand was tight, almost desperate, as if anchoring herself. I should have noticed that. The evening started smoothly enough. Anna introduced me to her colleagues, their faces blending into a haze of handshakes, polite grins, and corporate chatter. I stepped away after dessert to use the restroom, and that's when everything changed. Returning through a side door, I caught sight of him, tall, broad-shouldered, with a self-assured smile, leaning down to press his lips against hers. The kiss was brief but devastating, shattering something deep inside me. I froze, my pulse roaring in my ears, my breath caught in my throat. Anna pulled back slightly, her gaze sweeping the room. When her eyes met mine, standing rigid in the doorway, her face paled, the color draining like water from a broken glass. I strode toward them, my chest constricting, my hands balled into fists. "Who is this guy?" I demanded, my voice cracking with barely restrained fury. The man's confident smirk wavered as he raised an eyebrow. Anna stepped between us, her movements quick, her tone sharp but hushed. "David, hold on," she said. "You're getting this wrong." "Wrong?" I let out a bitter laugh. "I just saw him kiss you." She shook her head, her hands trembling. "It wasn't what you think. You don't get it." "Then make me get it," I shot back. Because from where I stood, it looked exactly like what it was. The man shifted, clearly uneasy. "Maybe I should leave," he muttered. "Yeah, you should." I snapped, my eyes locked on Anna. He slipped away, leaving us in the center of the ballroom. A few curious glances darting our way before people politely averted their eyes. The drive home was oppressive, the silence between us thick and heavy. Anna stared out the window, her hands clasped tightly in her lap. Finally, I couldn't hold it in. "How long has this been happening?" She flinched, her voice barely audible. "It's not what you're thinking." "Don't lie to me," I said, my grip tightening on the steering wheel. "I saw it with my own eyes." Her voice broke. "David, please. He's just a coworker. It meant nothing." "Nothing?" I scoffed. "You let another man kiss you in front of everyone. Do you think I'm stupid?" Tears glistened in her eyes as she turned to me, her tone pleading. "I swear I didn't kiss him back. He caught me by surprise. I was about to push him away when you came in." I wanted to believe her, desperately, but the memory of her laughter, her hand lingering on his arm, gnawed at me. Something wasn't right. That night, I lay awake, staring at the ceiling while Anna's quiet sobs filled the space beside me. My mind replayed the scene endlessly. The kiss, her laughter, her denial. The trust that had held our marriage together was fracturing, and I couldn't stop wondering what else lay hidden in those cracks. The next morning, I faced her again. "Tell me the truth. Are you involved with him?" She shook her head fiercely. "No, I'd never betray you like that." "Then why did it look so easy?" Why did you seem so comfortable? Her lips quivered. I was trying not to make a scene. He's a senior partner. If I'd humiliated him in front of everyone. I cut her off. So your job was more important than our marriage in that moment. Her silence was louder than any words.